Hello and welcome to another video from Natasha Lee. This week I'm going to be showing you these fantastic 5 no tools easy nail art designs. All these looks are created with tools that I've made from bits and pieces at home, and at the end of the video there's a link where you can learn how to do it too. As always, I'm going to begin by filing and cleansing my nails. There's a link in the video in the top right corner where you can find out how to do this, and all the products that I use are linked individually in the description. Once you've cleansed your nails with isopropyl alcohol, it's time to apply a base coat, and I like Unt's peel off base coat called Ready for Takeoff, but you can use any base coat that you prefer. Simply apply to all 10 nails and then allow to dry. All of the looks today will be using one or more of these tools that I've created myself. And our first look is this gory, dripping blood nail art design. And for this look I'm going to begin with a flesh colour, and this is Tan My Hide by Morgan Taylor. Apply 2 coats of colour, leaving each coat to dry in between. Once the polish is dry, apply a super shiny top coat, and my favourite is Glisten and Glow HK Girl. Once you've applied to all 10 nails, allow to dry. Then I'm going to go in with my favourite matte top coat from OPI, and again apply to all 10 nails nice and carefully and allow to dry. To create that glossy blood look, I'm using Wonder Woman from Morgan Taylor, and quite simply just a blunted pencil. Pick up some polish on the end of the pencil, apply to the nail, and then just draw towards the tip of the finger. When you feel you have enough blood drips, just use some more polish on the end of the pencil to fill in the gaps in between. And then finish off the look with some blood spots, which is a little bit gory, but really effective. You could leave the look here if you want, or you can add a little more dimension using a darker red, just round one side of each of the blood drips, and then a lighter red around the other side of the blood drips. Once that's dry, you're ready to take your pencil and some top coat and apply the finishing touches, which is just a top coat over all of the red using your pencil. Once you've finished applying your top coat, allow to dry, and you have the most amazing matte skin and glossy red blood nail art. My next look is a skull or skeleton nail art, and this actually looks better on shorter nails. I'm going to begin by applying a white all over the nail. And this polish is an extremely good one for coverage, but can be a little bit fiddly to get a nice even coat, so if you prefer, use a slightly thinner polish and 2 coats. Then using my absolute favourite black, which is Little Black Dress by Morgan Taylor, and my DIY striping brush, just paint a line along the tip of the nail and fill it in with the black. You only need to do this if you have longer nails. Then with my homemade detail brush, I'm just drawing 2 diagonal lines and joining them up, and then filling in the gaps at the side to create the look of a jawbone and cheeks. Then using your homemade striping brush, just draw a horizontal line across the bottom, and then apply some vertical lines across to give the impression of teeth. Using your medium pencil, apply 2 dots in the centre and join them up to make an upside down heart, and you can use your fine detail brush to perfect that, and then use your larger pencil to create eyes. For longer nails, make a cross in white to look like a neck and shoulders, and your look is finished after a slick of top coat. Halloween just wouldn't be the same without pumpkins, and I love this evil pumpkin nail art look. To give a really bold finish that pops in colour, I'm going to begin by applying 1 coat of my white first to all my nails and allow to dry. Then just take an orange like Essie's chubby cheeks and apply 1 coat and allow to dry. And once that's dry, go in with your second layer and apply nice and evenly over the whole nail. Once that's dry, take a peachy beige like Essie's Taj Mahal, and then we're just going to use our homemade striping brush and apply evenly spaced stripes down the centre of the nail and either side. When your stripes are dry, take a nice black, like the Morgan Taylor Little Black Dress, and using your pencil, apply 2 dots for eyes. Then using your fine detail brush, just put lines on 3 sides to turn them into triangles. Use the same brush or a cocktail stick to create some angry eyebrows. And then starting at the centre, create some zigzags to make a mouth. I find it's really effective if you take the last line up quite a bit higher. And then just thicken those lines up to give that impression of an evil, cackling pumpkin. Finally, put 2 lines in the centre for a nose that point upwards. And allow to dry, and then you're ready to top coat and your look is finished. Our penultimate look is this witchy nail art just created with a cocktail stick and a washing up sponge. For this look you're going to need a white, some liquid latex, and a pale and a dark blue. After painting your nails with a layer of white, I'm going to take my pale blue and apply it in a circle shape in the centre of my washing up sponge piece. I'm then going to go around the outside with my darker blue, and this is Essie's Aruba Blue, which if you watch me regularly you'll know it's one of my absolute favourites. And then we're going to sponge this directly onto the nail and just try and keep that circle of paler blue in the centre of your nail. Once the first layer is dry, do exactly the same thing again with a second layer. To add a little more definition, just apply some white polish to a corner of your sponge and sponge towards the centre of the nail to create that really bold sort of moonlight look. If you want, you can do the same with your pale blue, and this is to add some more sparkle and definition. And then using a medium pencil and my black polish, I'm going to create the outline of a witch, or rather the silhouette. And I'm using an image from Google as a help to sort of just guide me which way to go with my polish. And then I'm going to swap to a cocktail stick to start adding some of the finer details. And then using my cocktail stick and some white, I'm just going to sharpen up the image by dabbing the white into the areas I want it to appear and graduating it out. And when you're happy with your design, just go ahead and peel off the liquid latex if you applied any. If you didn't, just use a clean-up brush or a cotton bud dipped in nail polish remover or acetone to remove the polish from the skin. And finish with a slick of top coat. Our final look is probably my favourite, and it's this sunset graveyard scene. Begin by applying a layer of white to all the nails that you want to put this look on. And to avoid too much mess, apply a liquid latex or Elmer's glue on the skin around the nail to make cleanup easier later. And for this look I'm using a shimmery yellow and a gorgeous bright orange, and we're just going to apply them to our washing up sponge, with the orange at the bottom of the sponge and the yellow at the top. Then just sponge it straight onto the nail, and just make sure that you move the sponge up and down a little bit to get that beautiful graduated sort of ombre look between the yellow and the orange. When your first layer is dry, do the same again with a second layer. Then taking a black polish, I'm just going to paint a wiggly sort of line along the tip of the nail, and then using our large blunt pencil, I'm going to create a sort of tombstone effect. Just remember to alter the size of this design depending on the length of your nails. And using your superfine pencil or a cocktail stick, or even your fine detail nail art brush, just paint a cross that looks like a tilted over cross. Then I'm going to use my smaller pencil to create another smaller tombstone across the other side of the nail, and then my fine pencil just to make it look like some ragged grass. Using a fine pencil, start to draw a tree just by doing some wiggly lines and then a tree trunk, and just add to the detailing until you're happy with the look. Using a cocktail stick and creating the look of 2 triangle points, we're going to make a bat. And once you've created your 2 triangle shapes and filled them in, add some extra points underneath to give the impression of bat's wings, and just add any detailing with the point of the cocktail stick until you feel that your design looks like a bat. You can even use your cocktail stick to add some finer branches to your tree if you want. Then using some tweezers, simply peel off your liquid latex or Elmer's glue. And then finish your look off with a generous slick of top coat. It's best with any detailed designs like this that have lots of colours to apply a really generous layer of top coat and float it over the top to stop the colours from smearing. And here are your 5 fabulous no tools finished Halloween nail art designs. Please let me know which one is your favourite, and don't forget to let me know if you give it a go by tagging me on my social media. The links are in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to check out my other videos, including how to make all the tools that I featured in this video today. And don't forget to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up.